Hey guys! Welcome to another Breakdown and Ramble. This time combining two fandoms I haven't really discussed much on here. Arcane and Miraculous. So, as some of you may know, I watched Arcane a while back, and during winter break I decided to catch up on Miraculous lore for some goddamn reason. So, in a weird, bored fever dream, I thought, hey, Vi from Arcane would be great with the Tiger Miraculous' super punching power. And then I started finding more similarities between powers and weapons. Actually, I have a text post with all my AU headcanons on my Tumblr and Reddit if you're interested in seeing the characters I have yet to draw. But anyway, back to the drawing. As I mentioned, I first came up with the idea watching the Crocodile episode of Miraculous and realized that Purple Tigress's power is legit just a punch hard. Disregarding the sometimes stupid superpowers that Miraculous gives their holders, I started thinking it'd be kinda cool to see what Vi's style would look like with the Miraculous, since we all know she probably wouldn't be down for a skin-tight catsuit. So I was like, heck it, and gave her a hoodie. I couldn't really do much for the rest of the outfit, since Miraculous doesn't really leave much to the imagination, so I decided to give her these huge boot things so that it's a little less suction to her body. And I gave her pockets because I feel like Vi would appreciate some usefulness with her outfit. I also gave her a thick belt tail, since Purple Tigress's original floss tail doesn't really vibe with me. I did keep the orbs at the end though, since I thought they seemed kind of important to the outfit. But if I was to do this again, I may try to incorporate them somewhere else on her body, because this is just kinda wacky. If I was to have a superhero name, I feel like she could just go as Violet Tigress, or Violet Tiger, or honestly just Vi. Her name matched up pretty well with the name Julika picked for herself. I can't really imagine Vi wanting to divert much from her regular name since she doesn't really have the same creative capacity that, for example, her sister does. Speaking of her sister, next, or actually, the one I drew first but came up with second, is Jinx. I was trying to think of which Miraculous would best fit her personality, and it eventually came down to how Jinx is a very destructive person, and the Black Cat Miraculous is literally the Miraculous of destruction. Would giving Jinx this be a smart decision for the welfare of the people of Paris? No. But does it make sense as to why she'd get it? Yes. The skin-tight nature of the Miraculous outfits seemed a lot more fitting for Jinx's character. Even the specific costume that Cat Noir wears with the belt straps on faux leather seemed like something Jinx could vibe with if given the opportunity. I tried to replicate her looby belts on the side, since I was trying to add in any Jinx touches I could find, since unlike Vi or Caitlyn, the outfit she's wearing for the latter two-thirds of the season is something she appears to have made or picked out herself. Unlike the other heroes, I did give her a bare midriff, which is probably not the smartest because in the show the suits are basically impenetrable and very important, but I feel like if Marinette hasn't gotten her face banged up yet, the magic applies to the hero's full body instead of just where their suits are covering. Jinx gets an invulnerable stomach. But I also feel like she wouldn't care either way. This girl doesn't exactly give a shit about how much pain she's in. I decided not to change her eyes to green in this mainly because, as shown in Ephemeral, with the horrifying amalgamation that is Shadowcat, if there are other powers or magic interfering with the Black Cat Miraculous's power, the eyes don't have to turn color. Or at least can be a different color. Since it's pretty important that Jinx's eyes are pink because of how the shimmer product injected into her bloodstream to save her life does give her inhuman abilities, the pink could feasibly overpower the weakling Miraculous lore magic. I feel like in the Miraculous Arcane AU, Jinx's superhero or supervillain name could be like Jinx or Superstition or something like that. Seeing a black cat is supposed to jinx a person, so it would make sense for a sort of Powder Jinx dynamic to be her civilian-villain dynamic. But I haven't really thought about it enough to think of anything that makes sense with both the show's lores. And last is the cupcake who no longer has a look anything close to a cupcake, Caitlyn with the Turtle Miraculous. I was kind of at a loss for Caitlyn in general, but I ended up trying to give her the role that seemed the most caring or protecting, which was the turtle with the ability to shield. Unlike Fire Jinx, the coloration of the turtle Miraculous really didn't go with her look at all, and if I were to do this again, I'd probably give her the coloration of a browner or black or even beige turtle. Honestly, anything not green. Green isn't really the best color for clothing, especially with Kate's blue and purple aesthetic. The only thing I'd say is feasible about this green design is that Caitlyn just kind of wears what people throw at her for the most part in the show. She really isn't in casual clothing for a lot of Arcane, so it wouldn't be the hardest to believe that she wouldn't give a shit about whether or not she was dressed head to toe in green, so long as she was getting the job done. I tried to make her mask like Carapace's hood, with the turtle markings, but I was definitely not going to give her that hood. It may work a little bit with Nino, and I get the cover-up aspect, and that it kind of harkens back to the turtle powers, but I do not like it, and I'm sure as hell not giving Caitlyn a giant frickin' turtle-themed hat like she has in the game, because it looks pretty stupid and inefficient. I know that the Miraculous outfits are magic, and I'm sure if she had a hat, it would be magic glued to her head, but it would just be yuck. Especially if I were to draw it myself, so I did not. If you want to redesign this, please go ahead. I would love to see your takes on Caitlyn with the Turtle Miraculous, or with a different one that matches her character and her ability to go pew. But honestly, I couldn't exactly think of a hero with a gun attack, unless you want to make her Queen Banana and have her go banana boom boom as she runs around with Vi. Maybe you could give her the Eagle Miraculous, but giving the very British character an American Miraculous just doesn't feel right. The freedom ideals of the eagle and the protection ideals of the turtle both would work with Cupcake's character. All in all, I made the shield and skirt look kinda funky and too short. I don't think I personally know enough about Caitlyn's character and style to make her a good Miraculous costume, but I tried and I'm not unhappy with how it turned out. For a superhero name, I'm also kind of clueless about what Caitlyn would call herself. I can only think of something having to do with Piltover or Paris' Finest, but honestly I can't think of anything turtle and Caitlyn themed that would work. Carapace and Caitlyn will start with the same letters, so I guess she could just go with that, but it kinda just feels like it'd be stealing from Nino. And I guess that's it for today. I haven't talked about Miraculous at all on this channel, but I think it's a show that's hilarious and cringy in sort of the same ways that the Twilight series is. They both feature wildly unhealthy relationships, and it's bad, it's cringy. Meredith is so creepy, and I can't with her. I know that she gave a half-assed explanation in Glaciator 2, but in my opinion, stalking a person and memorizing their schedule so you can fantasize you're with them, so you don't have to actually talk to them, is still just wrong, even if the person doesn't know. Arcane, on the other hand, is a show that I feel like is very aware of its writing and its characters' faults, which is something I really like about the show, and that sets it apart from Miraculous and Twilight. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed me rambling about Arcane and Miraculous for a bit. I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye!